Good evening, good morning actually I should say. My name is Albie Mulcahy and we're in beautiful artistic St. Petersburg, Florida. I just recently moved down here from New York City, where I worked on Madison Avenue with one of the most infamous hairdressers in the world, Mr. John Sahag. And the reason why I moved to St. Petersburg is because I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I've worked in London, Tokyo, LA, New York, Atlanta, Miami, etc., etc., etc. And I found St. Petersburg to be the most calming, artistic city full of the most beautiful people I've ever run across. The concept behind velvet was, first of all, I love the material. It's soft, it's flexible, it's got multiple textures, very similar to hair. I look at hair as a very artistic medium, but I didn't want to use the word velvet spelt out, so I dropped E's, which turned out to be VLVT, which equals versatile learning, versatile techniques, which is part of the Velvet Academy that I hold classes for people around the world every 3 or 4 months. They come here to St. Petersburg. For as long as I can remember, I've been blessed with a beautiful child who's very, very, very healthy. I firmly believe that in this world, the more you give, the more you get. So it's always been my mission, and I put the word out wherever I go, to look for people who need money. What I'd like to do around here is offer our services to a number of different organizations. For my pet organizations are anything to do with a child or raising money for abused children. I'm very, very big into raising money for single moms of battered women. It's one of the things that disgusts me the most. And there's a lot of organizations around every city in the United States for that sort of thing. I'm currently involved in raising money for the local Muscular Dystrophy Association, not the national organization, for local families that have children with this particular illness. I cut hair for virtually 48 hours and raised quite a bit of money. I guess the very first one, when I was in Boston, and there was, I had just gotten out of beauty school and I was working on Newbury Street in Boston, and which is where I'm originally from, and there was a devastating fire in one of the sections of Boston, and it put a lot of people on the street, and unfortunately there was some major injuries. So I got together with a bunch of my friends who were still in beauty school and some that were working in salons, and we said, look guys, we got to raise the money for this organization. And that was over 30 years ago, and I haven't stopped since. I've gone to London and raised money for leukemia. I worked in Washington, D.C. for 48 straight hours again. I mean, I can't do anything past 48. I got to sleep. Excuse me, for Children's Hospital. I've always wanted to start an organization for single moms that have to work, hairdressers, because there are a lot of single moms out there that for one reason or another are struggling. And they have children. So I wanted to put together an organization that other hairdressers, I believe it's a family, and that would donate money or services or time to raise money to help pay for medical expenses and childcare. If that was available and it could be verified that these single moms really do need help with childcare and health care, I think it would be a beautiful organization, and maybe whoever is seeing this someday will contact me and say, listen, I've got the money to help you put this together, and so that's one of my dreams, is to have Hairdressers for Kids, which specifically helps single moms that have to work.
I'm Carly Miller, and I started with Albie about 2 years ago over at Salon. I came in as my own, but from the second we met, I had a feeling that I'd be working with him. So it was only about a couple months into it, and he asked me to be part of his team, and right away I jumped on the bandwagon. Well, anytime you do charity, it's fun and it's rewarding. What it's meant to me, well, I have a 3-year-old little boy, so anytime we do things with kids, it's going to be close to your heart, you know? I didn't think about what little me could do to help the community at all before him. I would have never thought that we could have done so much.
Well, I have been following Carly for about 6 years now. So she and I kind of discovered Velvet together. I went home and Googled Albie, and that man has his fingers in virtually everything. Tons of charitable events. He's just a very well-rounded, awesome person. I've been in St. Pete since 1969, and I have, salons have been businesses. They're out for themselves. This is the first time I have ever been involved in a salon that has been involved in the community to this degree. Anytime somebody wants to come in and do anything for the community, no matter where it is, it adds value to the community. I could go anywhere and get my hair done for a whole lot less money. I continue to come here because, first of all, the people that are here, they're awesome people. And secondly, I am more than willing to pay the additional amount that they charge. I mean, they're experts. They are experts and deserve every penny. But I know that the money, a lot of it, is going to local charities.
It's the message that I try to get out. Okay, I have a certain price structure that for St. Petersburg is a little above average. However, when I hear that people want to come to me, but for whatever reason they can't afford me, I slice my prices in half for them. Because I want people to have quality, I want people to be happy, I want people to be able to walk around and look good, because when you look good, you feel good about yourself. I feel I give a lot, but I get a lot of love in return and respect. But yeah, I get inner satisfaction. I get inner peace knowing that I've helped somebody. And I just want to do that as much as I possibly can. And, it's, I think it's our right as human beings to, if we're capable, to help as many people as we possibly can, whether it be the homeless, whether it be a sick child, whatever is necessary. I think if we're blessed enough to be able to raise funds for the needy, then I think it's our God-given obligation to do so. If you look inside yourself, there's goodness in everybody. Even bad people have goodness in them. I think it's an insecurity within people that make them want to be bad. If at any point in your life, whoever may be looking at this or listening to this, find it within yourself to put a smile on somebody else's faces. It comes back at you twofold. No matter what you have to do. Charity is a wonderful thing, and unfortunately, with this economy, charitable donations have dropped off immensely. This is when people need it the most.